Hi, my name is Chelsea Elliott, and I'm a wife and mom of two. I empower kids to communicate their emotions with their parents. I started my business last year. I am the founder of SomoCom Lab, which stands for Social and Emotional Communication Lab. I help adults, parents, educators, caregivers, grandparents learn how to communicate better with their kids. I've written two books for and about my oldest daughter, Natalie. The first book is called Natalie the Monster Slayer, and it's about her finding bravery in fear. And the second book, which features her little sister, is about being angry because you're losing a game. I came up with the EQ Kids Crew card game, and the card game was created to expand their vocabulary and help them be able to vocalize and articulate what those feelings are like. I was born in California in Los Angeles, and we moved to Ohio to take care of a sick grandparent. Luckily, he lived for a very long time after his procedure, but we ended up not moving back to California. And it was a huge adjustment, not having friends, not really knowing anybody other than my grandparents. And I ended up struggling mentally and emotionally. So I grew up thinking that in a second, everything can be taken away from you. I ended up with anxiety and depression. There were a lot of people at my school that I tried to connect with, like the school nurse and some counselors. Nobody really knew much about mental health back then. So I grew up with those issues and working through them myself. When I went to college, I focused on children's psychology and children's cognition. So I went through a program called the Women Entrepreneurship Certificate through Cornell. They put out grants all the time from different organizations. I've received one grant from a very wonderful organization called the Parentpreneur Foundation. It was for $1,000. And that might not sound like a lot to some people, but there are some really unexpected expenses on this journey. For example, boxes. I buy 300 at a time typically. They're 57 cents each. And that's just $171, which doesn't sound too bad. But then you have to account for $91.30 in taxes and shipping. I just bought 6,000 bags because I'm so excited about these cute little bags. They're 42 cents each. And if I had them shipped within 8 to 10 days on an airplane, it would have been over $2,000 for shipping alone. I ended up doing it by boat, which is still over almost $700. So if you're not thinking about those things, then you haven't really accounted for all of those expenses. All of that makes such a big difference. One of the most important things for adults to know about kids is that they need consistency and repetition. And that sometimes means that we have to repeat ourselves multiple times around the exact same thing over and over for them to get it. You can't be upset with a child for needing that repetition because then that shuts them down. And when we shut them down in one area, it shuts them down in a lot of other areas without them even realizing it. The most rewarding part of my business journey has just been the amount of support and the impact that the business has had on other people. And then seeing that so many people recognize how important emotions are and they're tired of running from them. And so now they feel like they have that support and that tool in their toolbox that can give them what they need to give their children what their children need. It's just been so impactful, and I'm really grateful for that.